We need them to understand that this is a vital service that is keeping people alive in the downtown east side. How about that?
Local support societies, government leaders, and musicians joined forces on a rainy Sunday afternoon on Hastings and Main Street. It was a show of solidarity for a coalition government that supports Vancouver's safe injection site. NDP MP Libby Davis spoke at the event.
Now, friends, I just came back from Ottawa last night, and I want to tell you, this guy who's our Prime Minister, he locked the members of Parliament out of the House of Commons. He wants to shut down Insight. He goes completely contrary to the public opinion that exists in this city and across the country for Insight. So we've got a very strong message for Stephen Harper and the Conservative government for tonight, and that is, don't play politics with people's lives. And don't play politics in dividing our country. I actually hope if we can get this idea of the momentum for a coalition going forward, that we can get rid of Stephen Harper and say you do not represent any of the issues or what needs to be done to move our country forward in this economic crisis and to help people in this community in particular in the downtown east side who have struggled so long. I also want to tell you that my colleague Hedy Fry, the MP for Vancouver Centre, would have been here tonight. She has been a very strong advocate for Insight as well. Insight has had multi-partisan support at every level. You've heard that. And so that's been something that's very important. So we want to say tonight that no matter what they try to do, we will defend this as an essential health service. We will defend Insight as a right that people have to get help, to come off the street, to have a safe place, and to get the help and support that they need. And we all have a responsibility to make sure that happens. Whether we're from the downtown east side or not, we have to band together. We have to put on a huge show of support to make sure that Insight can continue and that Stephen Harper cannot move ahead with his ideological agenda over the interests of human rights, over health care, and helping make people safe and healthy. That's the job that we take on tonight, and that's what we've got to do. Now, friends, I want to tell you that I'm very honored tonight to be here and to introduce the first act. We're very, very proud that Jay Malinowski, who's the lead singer of the Bedouin Sound Clash, is here. And I want to tell you that Jay was here on October the 23rd, and he came here with his band. Even though, things were shut down, he came here to show his support, and he came back here again tonight. He literally got off the airplane from the UK, from London. He came to the downtown east side because he is committed and dedicated to what this struggle is about in this community, and he wants to show his support and to play for us and to be here with us. So please give Jay from the Bedouin Sound Clash a wonderful, tremendous Vancouver welcome. Please welcome Jay from the Bedouin Sound Clash.
How did this come about this time?
I've been in touch with the people ever since then. I mean, I was interested in actually through some friends of mine who are involved with Pivot, the legal society that works on here, and Insight always just interested me because it's such a progressive program. So I got in touch with them for that thing. Don't need to get into who. It seemed like a fighting match over from the VPD and Insight, but after that I was like, let's do something properly, and I'll make time for it. Whatever I'm doing, we're off right now. I was in Europe, but I said if any time you guys organize something, I'll fly back for it, and I'll just because I think it's a really important program. I mean, especially in these times, how we take care of people who have no one to take care of them. Right. This is a reflection of our society. So,
what do you think about the current political situation going on?
I think it was bound to happen. We have no choices in this country, do we? I mean, who are you going to, like, I mean, the great thing about this to me is that it can stand outside politics. I don't think that it, I mean, we could talk like the Liberals, and there's no leadership in the Liberals, and Harper's a mess, to be honest. the one thing that scared me was when he was right before that election. That was right before we did that thing. I honestly do believe that the amount of conflict that took place was because the Harper government doesn't really want this program around. It's obvious. The conservative health minister at the time didn't want it around. And it's such a shame because it's just so beside the point. It's not a political thing. It's a humanitarian thing.
Right. Any plans for the future?
To work with it. My role. I like to stay away from politics as much as possible with music. But I have talked to Kaylin, who works down here, about just coming and doing music therapy for some of the people who are in on-site. I think that, especially when you're in a band, you see a lot of people who should be admitted to rehab, but maybe don't go because in a band that's just normal fare. But without the proper social net, or having the great peer groups to carry you through that, you could end up here, and I definitely take that to heart. I see a lot of friends who are involved in drugs, and they probably have good families or enough money that they're not going to end up here. But so I would like to continue to be involved in it in that way.
Newly elected Vancouver Mayor Gregor Robertson also turned up to show his support at the event.
You all support the safe injection site? It's a critical piece of what Vancouver offers to take care of people who are on our streets and who need help the most. We got to keep this place open. We got to have more treatment here in Vancouver to people who need it, who want to go clean. And we need to send a clear message once again to our friends in Ottawa, to Stephen Harper, the Prime Minister, and his government, a clear message that Vancouver wants Insight open. I'll be doing my best as your next mayor as of Monday to work hard, pull everyone together, and make sure that we keep the safe injection site open. My credit to all the people who have worked and volunteered and supported Insight over the years. We got to keep it up. We got to ramp it up even more to make sure it stays open. You all ready for Black Mountain? All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the stage, Hastings Street, Black Mountain.
The music continued throughout the early evening. The audience, wet and cold, cheered on. Everyone hopeful the new year brings a new coalition government to Ottawa. For Co-op Radio, this is Chris Stephenson. This piece was recorded and edited by Gary Jarvis.